Oh.
Ready? Okay, welcome back, everybody. I'll call the regular council meeting for Thursday, July 21, 2022 to order. Record of attendance, of course, has been taken. Land acknowledgement, item 2. I'd like to begin by acknowledging that we are on the traditional lands of the Acadia First Nation, part of the ancestral territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Approval of the agenda. Have a mover? Councillor Durkee. Oh.
Am I on here?
We've got a mover in Councillor Herbert.
Move.
Okay. I'll have you as seconder, Councillor Herbert. I think you. Yes. Okay, so we've got a mover and seconder. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Declarations of any conflict of interest? There being none, we'll go on to approval of the minutes. I'd like to approve the minutes. As presented. Is presented? Yeah. Councillor Nick Hilton moves the minutes as presented, and that's all of them. Councillor Hilton, do we have a seconder? Yeah. Got a seconder in Councillor Durkee. Councillor Allen.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair. I'm just wondering.
No
I didn't see O Canada on our agenda.
No, we normally don't do that when we do the abbreviated session during the summer meetings.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Absolutely.
But we can if council wants to. That's not a problem.
That's fine this time, yeah. Okay, so we've got a mover and seconder. Any additional conversation, discussion about the minutes? Okay, all those in favor, signify by saying aye. All those opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. There is no old business, new business. Recommendations from Committee of the Whole, and I'll look to our CEO to announce each of the motions so we can organize ourselves a bit helter-skelter.
Okay, so the first motion is with respect to the Moby mats. Ms. Pierce, if you would mind. Mr.
Yes.
Warden, if you could turn her microphone
Oh, sorry, I'm waiting for her to talk, but she doesn't have it.
So we have, I'll read you the recommendation and then you can, or I can just read it as a full motion.
Read it as a recommendation.
A recommendation. It was moved by Councillor Sherry Hurlbert, seconded by Councillor Patty Durkee to move to regular council to reach out to Natural Resources to have them investigate the feasibility of relocation of the Moby Mat to the other beach at Ellenwood Park.
Okay. Do we have a mover for that? Councillor Hurlbert? A seconder? Councillor Durkee? Any additional conversation? All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Council. Motion 2.
Motion 2 is with respect to the report of the Auditor General, writing to Minister Bain, supporting the recommendations.
Is moved by Nick Hilton, moved by Councillor Nick Hilton, seconded by Councillor Patty Durkee to recommend to regular council that council corresponds with Minister Bain via letter and support the recommendations around governance and accountability contained in the report from the Auditor General.
Okay, thank you. Do you have a mover for that motion? Councillor Hilton moves. Seconder?
It's totally something I would.
Seconder and Councillor Patty Durkee. Any additional conversation? All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Council.
Mr. Chair, the third recommendation is around the discussion on property capped assessment.
It was moved by Councillor Patty Durkee, seconded by Councillor Nick Hilton to recommend to regular council to table the discussion on the property capped assessment program until we hear from the NSFM.
Okay. Very good. Do we have a mover for that motion? Councillor Durkee, seconder. Councillor Hilton, my head's on a swivel. Any additional conversation? Councillor Durkee. Oh, Councillor Allen, yeah.
Holy, I beat her to the punch. I just a question on the motion, because so what are we waiting for from NSFM? Like, this was really asking for a letter of support from the municipality.
I think,
I'm just trying to, I should have probably asked this earlier, but I'm just trying to wrap my head around, so are we waiting, I guess, what are we waiting for from NSFM? Are we waiting to see what they're going to do, and then we're going to decide whether we're supporting these? Okay. I just want to be clear on what I'm...
I think that's it, but I'll
Yeah.
let Councillor Durkee speak to
Yeah,
it.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
if I could, Mr. Chair, though, just maybe for anybody who's watching, so the importance of waiting till after the fall meetings of the NSFM is because it's at that time that the board brings what they think the priorities should be to the membership to vote on. And Councillor Durkee provided a summary of all the work that's been done, and there's still no action at the provincial level. So there could be important information that comes out this fall in your meetings that would impact what you'll do there.
Okay, thank you. Good. So, we have a mover and a seconder.
Yeah.
Any additional conversation? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Council. Fourth motion.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So this is with respect to the recommendations on a Veterans Memorial Banner Program.
So it was moved by Councillor Patty Durkee, seconded by Councillor Daniel Allen to recommend to Council to implement the Veterans Memorial Banner Program as recommended in the briefing note.
Got a mover in Councillor Durkee, seconder in Councillor Allen. Any additional conversation? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Council. Item 5.
The NSFM survey response.
It was moved by Councillor Sherry Hurlbert, seconded by Councillor Daniel Allen to recommend to regular council for the CAO to submit the NSFM membership survey response as circulated.
Okay. Got a mover in Councillor Hurlbert, seconder in Councillor Allen. Any additional conversation? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Council. 6th item.
It's around research for possible policy speaking to period poverty.
Yes.
It was moved by Councillor Patty Durkee, seconded by Councillor Sherry Hurlbert to recommend to regular council that we task the CAO to develop a policy to address the issue of lack of access to feminine hygiene products in our municipal locations.
Moved by Councillor Durkee, seconded by Councillor Hurlbert. Any additional conversation? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Council. And I think this is the 7th one, right?
This is, Mr. Chair, the final one, and it's around draft terms of reference for the Heritage Advisory Committee.
It was moved by Councillor Patty Durkee, seconded by Councillor Daniel Allen to recommend to regular council to approve the Heritage Advisory Committee terms of reference.
Okay, thank you. We have a mover. Oh, yeah, we've got Councillor Durkee moves, Councillor Hilton seconds. Any additional conversation? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carried. Thanks, Council. So with that, that concludes our, application under policy R-002-03. And I'll look to our CAO to update us on that one.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Chair. So there's a qualifying application in your package for a refund on taxes paid on a property that had the value reduced due to fire damage, and it meets the requirements of your policy framework.
Okay. So do we have a mover for Councillor Allen?
Well, I don't see who was the applicant, or are we not supposed to know who the applicant
Yep,
was?
so the information is in there with respect to the assessment account number and the PID number, and there is, the name is not disclosed. That would be privileged information.
Okay. All right.
But it does conform to our policy.
Yeah.
Oh, it does, yep. In the, there is in the package, there is information on who the landowner is, and the owner would receive the refund.
So that's, I guess that was what I was wondering, because the owner is deceased, if I'm not,
So it will go to the estate.
go to the estate.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll make that motion, whatever you need.
Okay, and it's just to grant the,
Yeah,
It's to grant the refund, yep.
yeah, yeah.
sure.
Do you have a
Yes.
seconder?
Yep.
Yeah, seconded Counselor Hilton. Any additional conversation on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carried. So that brings us to our in-camera, so I'll look for a recess so that we can go into in-camera. Seconded? Seconded by Counselor Hurlbert. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carried. Thank you, Counselor.